Good morning, it's Jonathan Barratt with the morning debrief, and it's 1st of June. So let's see how this month, see if we get sort of volatility we had last month. I think a lot of investors are out there sort of thinking, well, perhaps we don't need to see exactly all that volatility we have. Let's just adjust that a bit. Yep, all the volatility we have, because it's certainly very hard to make the direction. I think one of the key things we can learn about the last month is that the market, I think, has found a base from which to work from. And in light of any new news suggesting otherwise more concern, then I think you can look for that opportunity to get into that market that you actually want. But last night, quite quiet, obviously, because we did have a holiday in Europe and America. We had the May Day celebrations there, and so things were pretty quiet. So really not a lot of leads you could have got out of the market. The only thing I can suggest there is the local market was a little bit apathetic and closed down about 20 points. The local share market, the SPY, the futures, closed at 4,420, and that was down about 17 points on the night. So I'd probably expect a little bit of a weak opening on local markets, but nothing too major. All right, okay. Now, although the UK was closed, the other European markets were open. And as you can just see there on the screen, that a slight movement there, DAX and CAC, a little bit of movement there, but everything else, I guess, relatively quiet. A lot of news as well. So I think taking this break gives us an opportunity to have a look at some of the markets, get a little bit more in depth. We did have a little bit more of a technical hitch yesterday in terms of the sound, which we only found out a little bit later. So we can look at some of those other things. Remember, this week is all about obviously the unemployment rate in the States, and I think if anything there, that unemployment is the key. And if the economies start to pick up, then we will certainly see it in the fact that the markets or the economies will actually start to pick up. So in light of that, I'd expect employment actually to go lower, around about that 9.8%. Now that's happening on Friday night. We've got factory orders in on Thursday night, so that should be a little bit of a lead. Let's see how that actually trades. Okay, let's have a look. Dollar index, that's obviously the major one to keep an eye on. 86.66 is where it's traveling. Obviously not a lot of lead or momentum last night, so things in itself are relatively quiet. There you can see the chart there. Just going sideways. This sort of formation here does suggest a move to the top side for dollar to strengthen just a fraction, but we also know that if it breaks through that 86.30, then this move is void. So keep an eye on that. Having a look at the Aussie battler, 84.73 is where it's closed. Obviously not a lot of lead out of America, but as you can see, it did bounce well off that 84. I'm encouraged by this move. And I think as long as that 83.70 stays intact, I've got to be supportive towards it. You can also see this in the euro at 123.04 where that's trading. That doesn't look too bad at all. So at the moment, I'm encouraged for dollars to be weaker, and as a result of that, I certainly like some of these commodities. Crude oil 74.70. That looks okay. Opened up a little bit today, and probably expect that to continue. Copper, same sort of story there, looking okay, 312.50. Let's see if we get a little bit of lead out of Asia for that. Just coming up now. Okay, a little bit slower than I thought. There we are. Yeah, all these formations look okay, so I'm encouraged by that. Gold, 12.15 3/4. Doesn't look too bad. Still trading water here at these levels, and I'm not 100% convinced. I'm not 100% convinced either way as to what gold is doing. I prefer to stand aside the market there because I'm not sure. So just happy to leave it there. Apart from that, let's have a look at the quick look at the SPY. I think the SPY in itself is going sideways, and I think that any opportunity on that does look like a little bit of a dip to the downside. And as I said earlier, that volatility there is certainly important for it. And although we opened up lower, let's see if we can get some form of support back towards it. Okay, now of the important news, the most important stuff, obviously we've got the Reserve Bank talking today. Let's see how that unfolds. RBA obviously speaking there. I don't think there will be any movement in any interest rates. I think that's the end of the tightening cycle. So let's see how that goes. We are looking for a little bit of direction in our markets, and particularly with the UK and the US out. We'll have to see how we actually go. But as I said, I'm filtering towards a weaker dollar, more support to equities, and that should help some of our commodities. We're still long sugar, we're still long copper and some of the grains, and also long the Aussie and the Euro. Well, that's about it from me. I hope you have a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.